there's been some accusations made. I saw some of it on the website San Diego News Desk, which is like put on by the Republican Party here in the county, there were attack pieces on you.
Yeah.
And so, I'm not going to go down the list of all of them, but I want to just give you an opportunity to address it.
It's I knew that going into politics, and my girls actually warned me, isn't politics really nasty? I said, yes, mija, it is. I didn't expect the ferociousness of the misinformation and the outlandish lies that Brian Pepin is pushing against me or his supporters. I have to say that just to qualify this. But
can you give us an example
sure.
of some of them?
One of them that's like OMG was that they created this fake profile of me online where they put a picture of a luchador with a mask, and then they added a hashtag that I was with the Zapatista rebels in Mexico, that I was supporting them, to make it seem that I don't really get it. I think it's because I'm Mexican American that the association is trying, or maybe it's the Marxism thing. I don't know. It was comical, but not right, because that frame, that accusation, if you will, has been echoed again and again in the stories that Brian Pepin and or his friends are pushing forward via the county Republican Democratic Party, or with Carl DeMaio. I mean, Carl DeMaio has talked about me about 3 times that I can tell. Carl DeMaio, so interested in Poway.
So he's the talk show guy on Kogo.
Mm-hmm.
He was on city council for San Diego.
Right.
Ran for mayor, ran for Congress against Scott Peters.
Right.
Ran for the East County job.
Yeah.
And got defeated by ISA. And I think he lives in RB.
Yeah.
But so he's talking about you on his San Diego talk show on Kogo 600.
Yeah.
Incredible. It's funny because local elections, you assume, it's just a local election. It's not going to be political. The Republican and Democratic parties aren't going to be in there swinging and throwing punches, but they do. I mean, when I ran in 2014 for school board, it was a thing. I mean, and it's worse now, where the politicization of local politics is a real thing. And when they make, it's one thing, I think also political candidates, but especially incumbent politicians, there is always going to be parody. There's always going to be satire. But when it's done by a political organization to create misinformation, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hurtful. You have to have a thick skin to even be in this game. Thankfully, I have a very thick skin. I worked at the Unity newsroom, so I have a thick skin. I used to get called worse things, but from some people that would email me or call me when I did a story about something. But this type of trying to destroy someone to get elected, it's because it's the only thing they have. They only know how to destroy. Like Brian Pepin runs campaigns for a living. That's what he does. He runs campaigns for a living. So of course, thousands of people in Poway last weekend? I think it was last weekend. Got a text saying, "Oh, participate in this political poll." And people, want to be part of the solution. They want to be part of the process. Mm-hmm. They engage in it, and it wasn't a poll. It started like a poll, like what political party do you relate to, and did you vote in the last election, and did you vote for so and so and so and so, and then and have you heard of Hiram Soto? If you have, then did you know that that in June he supported Zapatistas from Mexico? Did you know that he was under investigation for blah 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 blah? Did you know that this and this, all freaking lies? And it was just like so brazen that that was a text. The next day I was walking the neighborhood and I get a call, and it's an operator. And the operator's like, "I'm calling to do a poll, blah, blah, blah." So it wasn't just text. It was like, this guy had operators on this, right? And I told the operator very respectfully, "Hey, I'm actually Hiram Soto."
I'm the guy.
I'm the guy, man. And she's like, oh my God. And we talked a little bit about it. And she's like, oh, I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I treated her with the utmost respect. She's doing her job, but she was doing her job, doing her thing. But one of the things that came out of that was I knocked on the door the other day, and this lady goes, oh, you're Hiram. I'm like, oh my God, here it comes. They're going to be like, go back to Mexico, or like, where's your weapon with the Zapatistas or something? I don't know. And she goes, I got that pull. It was so outlandish. I fell for it. And after I started feeling, I'm like, no way am I going to vote for this person. I'm not talking about me.
Mm-hmm.
He said, now, just because of this, I'm going to vote for Hiram. And she told me this, and she said, bring me a sign. And I got, I think, 7 signs out of that. Just talking to people, and people who got it, like, they thought it was so wrong to fool people like that. And it brings me back to the issue of trust. Do we really want somebody like Brian Pepin, who runs campaigns for a living, representing people in Poway? Is that who we want us to? In fact, I asked David Grosh this. I asked David Grosh, Dave, you're an honorable person. You've endorsed this guy. Why do you think that somebody who runs campaigns for a living, whose clients are developers, who runs misinformation campaigns with the Lincoln Club, why do you think that that's the best person to replace you? He said, oh, lies. They both go both ways. And I said, no, they don't go both ways. I haven't told a single lie in this campaign. My daughter asked me if I was going to lie. And I said, no, mija, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie in this campaign. And I haven't. And I see Brian Pepin, Poway dad, talking about him being a dad. And I wonder, like, what kind of example is he giving his kids? Is this the type of world he wants to build for his children, for our children? Is this the type of stuff? If he's doing this to me, he's going to do that to you, to you, to you, and to you. When you disagree with him, if he makes it to the city council, this is what you can expect. This is what you can expect. It was so sad. I saw this comment on Nextdoor today, because there was another smear piece today with Carl De Mayo being quoted and everything. And this gentleman goes, well, they're all talking about how I'm now suddenly I'm pro-developer now, and Brian Pepin's anti-developer.
Really?
Really. I'm not kidding you. Brian Pepin is now anti-development. 100%. You can look at his candidate statement. People, when I knock on door, but he said he's anti-development. Absolutely 100%. And one of the guys goes, on Nextdoor goes, I don't know who to trust. Right? Even after I posted a video of Pepin talking to, an NBC News, talking about, how he wants to bring development to the Metate Meadows over there. I don't know who to trust. Bingo. That's what these people are looking for. Confuse people. They don't know what's true. They don't know what's not true. That's the only way that they think they can win. By confusing, misinforming, deceiving, destroying people. That's how they think they can win. Those people should be nowhere near public office. Nowhere near public office. Absolutely not. If you don't like me, fine, don't vote for me. That's cool. No worries. Please, don't get this guy in the city council. Don't get this guy in the city council. He's bad for Poway. It's not the type of value that we want in a town, like in any town, period. We want people who are there to represent people, not to represent themselves and their clients. I hope I'm not coming off too harsh. Maybe I am.
Tell me what you really think.
No, but I do mean this because the nastiness that people like him bring to the process keeps good people away from running. It does. It keeps good people from running. But if good people don't run, then you leave the field open for people like him. Wide open. So I'm the one standing right now between having somebody like him on the city council or not. People have a clear choice to make. I do pledge. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to misinform. I'm always going to be honest and transparent. I'm not a politician. I don't aspire to beyond Poway, anything beyond Poway. I'm 47 years old. I'm good. I have a good life. I just want to represent my community. I care deeply about it.
Mhm.